Hello friends, today we will speak with you about high technological projects, about projects that will be with us in the future. We will speak about WYND DEX. Let's go! At first, let's go to the Wynd DAO. Wynd DAO page looks very nice and very funny. A lot of about ecology. I really like it. You can see the main information, Wynd price now. Okay, let's launch DEX and see how it works. It's already connected to my Kepler wallet, but I want to show you how to connect different wallets because Wynd DEX support not only Kepler, but also Leap wallet, CosmWasm wallet, extension, and even Kepler mobile and CosmWasm mobile. Very cool, nice, and easy. Today we will use Kepler wallet. It's see my Juno address directly. Very nice. So first that we can see, it's a dashboard. You can see the all stats about the total assets, locked assets, and so on. But main thing that is very interesting for the WYND DEX, that it's DEX made on Juno network. So all tokens that made on Juno network don't need to be deposited. You can see them directly. So you even don't need to make any transactions from one chain to another chain. Why they call CV20? Because it's a CosmWasm 20. It means exist smart contracts on the Juno network that give possibility to create different tokens, and this is one of their format. Also exists the possibility to deposit tokens from all other Cosmos ecosystem networks, and it will be called IBC tokens. So Atom in Cosmos Hub, it's a coin of Cosmos Hub, but when you will make IBC transfer from Cosmos Hub to the Juno network, Atom will be IBC token. It's very easy to make this IBC transfer because you just need to click on IBC deposit. It will see your Cosmos address, it will see your Juno address, it will see your available balance. You just need to click a number. For example, let's deposit one Atom, click on deposit. After we see Kepler tell to us some transaction. Do you want to make this transaction from the Cosmos to Juno? Approve. We wait for several seconds. We will not cut and edit this moment that you can see how it really works. And you need to understand that IBC transfers take little bit longer than common transactions, but it's kind of 5 seconds or something like this. So we see the one Atom as IBC token at the WYND DEX. We don't have for now other tokens, but we will get it a little bit later. How we can easily get it? We can go to the swap. You can see transaction successful, see the transaction, it will open the min scan. Let's close it. So I have some signal, some PHMN, some Atom. So let's exchange some Atom. For example, for the 0.5 Atom, we can get 245 WYND. Let's look at the historical price. It will load a little bit. We can see that the price now is much more bigger. And also we can see how much it in the dollars, but I don't really trust in the stable coins. Also you can see the rate of Atom to WYND, how it will be swapped. It will be directly swapped in the pool Atom WYND, the swap fee, and so on and so on. All the information about swap you can see here, and even you can change the settings and change your spread tolerance. 3%, 1%, I always use 1%. So let's click on swap and we'll see how many times it will take. All the information about the transaction here. We click approve, loading, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like this. transaction successful. We can see the transaction directly in the main scan. If we will click, it will show transaction successful 40 seconds ago. Here is, we can see all the information. Yeah, I agree, this is not really for the common people to understand information about the swap at the mint scan, but mint scan just show the information from the blockchain, and you really can understand what is here, because you remember we was exchanging 0.5 atom. Yeah, and this is amount, and you can see here 5,000,000. It's like a 5 million, but it's 5 million milliatoms. So one atom, it's 1 million of milliatoms. So 0.5 atom, it's a 500,000 milliatoms. And this is information that is written in the blockchain, and it will be here forever, or until quantum computers will create some new quantum chains. So the swap is very easy. We can return back to dashboard, and we can see that now we have Wynd, we now have atom at our balance. What we can do with Wynd? We can close information about successful transaction. At first, we can add it to pools. And if we look at the pools, we can see that many different pools at the Wynd. We can look them by the TVL. And you see the biggest pool for now is the Juno Atom pool with near to the $500,000 liquidity. Second, it's Juno and Juno from the liquid staking. Third, it's Juno USDC. And you can see a lot of, this is one of my favorite pools, Juno PHMN. Yeah, okay, liquidity, of course, not so big like Juno and Atom. But let's look at the second important moment, it's APR. So if you will provide the liquidity to the pools at the Wynd DEX, you will get some rewards, and you will get rewards in Wynd. And as we can see, the biggest reward for now for the providing of the liquidity, it's if you will provide Juno and Muse, it will 412%. This is big amount, and this is big percent. So why such big APR for the providing of liquidity not looks very dangerous? Because crypto already on the bottom. We already fall down so deep, so we can't fall down anymore. To be honest, crypto it's very risky. You always have where to fall down. Price of any coin can be zero in the 1 minute, 2 hours, 1 day, and so on. But why we think that the Wynd DEX and Wynd token will not fall down? Because a cool developers is the behind of the Wynd DEX, and these developers do something and develop project even when the market is totally low. Which projects will be in future? The speculation projects with the golden package that fell down and never returned back because of no technology, or high technological projects that implement interchain transactions and communication and solve the problem of interoperability. Looks like high technological projects will be in the future, and that's why we think that the Wynd DEX very interesting. Let's look on the interesting pool. It's Wynd USDC, because APR in this pool it's 100%, and half of it it's stable coins, so looks like it's not really risky. We can watch the price. Let's go to the CoinGecko and let's check the price of the Wynd for the all the period, for the all time. Looks like it's on the bottom, and even for the last 7 days it gave 1.5%, and for 30 last days it's fallen the price on 46%, and reward for the providing of the liquidity it's 104%, and you will have in this pool only half of Wynd and half of stable coins. So stable coins will not fall down in the price. If Wynd will fall down a little bit in the price, looks like APR in this pool can good cover all losses and even give some profit. We can see as a percentage for the APR, and we can see the liquidity. So if you want to provide some liquidity, you can click on the any pool. You can see the all information about liquidity pool, and you can provide liquidity. You just click on add liquidity. After you can remove liquidity. Let's add some liquidity, for example 100 Wynd. Together with 100 Wynd we need to add 0.2 atom. We add liquidity. It's a transaction go to Kepler. We approve this transaction. This is not a problem for us. We wait for several seconds, and everything is good. So we see the new possibility start winning. It means that now we have 4.35 blah 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 LP tokens. LP tokens, it's our part of the liquidity pool. So total in the liquidity pool 100, how many to this is 1 million and 111,000 of Wynd together with 2,258 atoms, and our amount it's 99 Wynd and 0.2 atom, and totally this is available LP tokens. And how we can use these LP tokens? At first we need LP tokens to return back our share of the pool. So if we will click on the remove liquidity, we will see that 100% of our share it's 4.35 LP tokens, 50% it's 2.1, 25 and so on. So this is the decentralized exchange. All tokens and all coins on this decentralized exchange, it's your tokens. So only you control your crypto and keep your private keys, because everybody who have your private keys have an access to your address. But return back. So if I want to remove liquidity, I need to return back LP tokens. For example, I will return part of them. I tell return, remove liquidity, approve, and I will return 50% of my LP tokens. It 50 Wynds, kind of 0.1 atom. Transaction successful. Let's do this. No, it's already everything is works. Now we can see that we have only 2 LP tokens, and this is equivalent, I hope this word exists in the English language, of what we added to pool. We see my share $1.86. So what we can do also with these LP tokens? These LP tokens can bring us APR for the providing of the liquidity. You remember when in the pools menu I was telling you about APR 100% or 53% or so on so on. We can click on the APR and see the APR of the pool Wynd atom. It's a 76%. I really don't like stable coins because, as my opinion, stable coins it's tokens on the scam. So at the pair Wynd atom, I believe more. But this is not an economical advice, because I believe in the technology and it's very logical, and the market it's totally irrational, and you need to believe. So second option to use LP tokens, it's start winning. What is start winning? It's totally the same like farming or liquidity mining. To get the reward on the Wynd DEX, you need to freeze your LP tokens. You can choose different time periods to unfreeze your tokens. So you can choose different unbonding period, and you can see that different unbonding period will bring you different APR for the providing of the liquidity. If you will choose 7 days, it means that time to unfreeze your LP tokens will be 7 days. It not means that you need to keep your LP tokens for the 7 days. It not means that you will get reward after the 7 days or something like this. It means that in the moment when you will try to unbond your LP tokens to withdraw your crypto from the liquidity pool, you will need to wait 7 days. But if you will choose 14 days, the APR will be already 25%. If you will choose 28 days, APR already 50%, and 42 days, APR 76%. So let's see the several differences. We have 2.17 LP tokens, and for example, one LP token we will stake for the 7 days. We click on it, approve the transaction in the Kepler, and we will see what will be changed in this case. So loading, transaction successful. Yes, and we can see we have my bonded liquidity for the 7 days of unbonding, current APR amount 1 ULP, 1 LP token, and we will start winning, and one more we will stake for the 42 days. Approve. Transaction successful. Now we see that we have two different kind of bonded liquidity, and if we want to unbond them, in case of the 7 days, we click on the manage. Yes, increase your bonding duration from 7 days to 14 days or unbond your tokens. We can choose unbond your tokens, and it will means that in the 7 days it will be available. How much you want to unbond? Let's unbond only half of them. Yeah. Next, you're about to unbond. Execute. Everything is very easy. We click on approve. Wait for a little bit. Transaction successful, and we now can see the new options that amount of 0.5 LP tokens will be available at the 30th of June 2023 directly in 7 days. And if we have bonding period for 42 days, it means that we can make this 42 days little bit less. We can not unbond our tokens and wait in 42 days. We can decrease our bonding duration from 42 days to 28 days. And all this time, when it will be in the process of unbonding, we will still get the reward. And we have UI about to rebond 0.5 LP tokens from 42 days to 28 days. If executed, this means that your liquidity will take a minimum of 28 days to become liquid once you decide to rebound or unbound. So you can see all the information. Approve. Now we can see more information. We have not only pending unbonding, we have pending rebonding from 42 to 28 days. As decrease the time of unbonding, but you always need to wait for this period, but you will get the reward. You can also increase, so we still have 0.5 LP tokens for the 7 day. We can manage them and tell increase your bonding duration from 7 to 14 days, and it means that we will get bigger APR. So now you can see 12.69%. We manage it and tell increase it maximum. Next, okay, let's do 25 to see the difference. Yes, we can see execute, approve, waiting a little bit. Transaction successful, very nice. So update the page, and we can see that we have 7 days unbonding with 20% of APR and 14 days unbonding with 25% of APR. So we can increase even more. When we increase in the time of unbonding, next time to withdraw our part of liquidity pool, we will need to wait so much how we have unbonding period. So we still have some LP tokens that Wynd and Atom. We can, for example, go say remove, make this, remove the liquidity, and use this Wynd and Atom in some other functions. Transaction successful, go to the bridge. Bridge, it's a brilliant side of the Wynd DEX. At first you can connect a lot of different wallets. MetaMask, Coinbase. Guys, you did it really cool. So many possibilities for everybody. Second, you can transfer it from the Ethereum to the Juno, and this is so easy and so fast, but the process totally the same like I was showing you with the transferring of IBC tokens. You just click, choose and send. So bridge works perfectly. You can see the settings of the bridge, of the swap. No wallets connected, connect wallet, MetaMask, what you will show to us. So we connect MetaMask, it see the Ethereum, we can see all other tokens, but you also can understand that I don't have a lot of Ethereum or something like this, but you can use bridge not only with Ethereum. You can use bridge with Optimism, Avalanche, Polygon, Binance, Phantom, Moonbeam, Cielo, Kava, Filecoin. Oh my god. So, do you want to transfer BNB to the Juno? Easily. If you use Wynd DEX, you can even send something GLMR from the Moonbeam. I already said that I don't have Avalanche, Polygon, and I even have some Matic and so on. So bridge is really cool, but it will take so many time to show all the possibilities. So let's go to the next option. It's called LSD. No, it's not about ACID, it's about liquid staking derivatives. When you liberate the liquidity of your staked assets. So it means that your Juno will be delegated to the validators of the Juno network. You will get these staked tokens that will bring you reward, and you can do with these staked tokens whatever you want. For example, send to the liquidity pool to get some APR. Let's look on this beautiful model. For example, we have 3.5 Juno. We tell we want to stake 1 Juno. You will receive 0.92 Wynd Juno, and we can see that exchange rate of the 1.07 Juno, it's 1 Wynd Juno. Commission 9% stake. We start to participate in the liquidity staking. We can see that total TVL it's $200,000. Stake it, a lot of tokens, close. So now we have available to stake 2.4 Juno, and if we will go to our dashboard, we will see that we have Wynd Juno. Where is our Wynd Juno? Maybe we need to click on it to see our, yes, we now see our Wynd Juno. What we will do with our Wynd Juno? We can return back to the pools and provide the liquidity, Wynd Juno and get the APR. So my Juno that is staked bring me the rewards, and also I will get the rewards from the liquidity pools. I add Juno and Wynd Juno together, add liquidity. What I will get for the providing of the liquidity, I will get LP tokens. tokens of the liquidity pool. What I will do with LP tokens, I will freeze them. Yes, for example, to get the APR. Close. Up. Yeah, you can see max 42 days stake. Up. Waiting a little bit. Everything is good. So loading. Up. Everything is here. I can manage my liquidity, but we already did it with other tokens. So now you understand that LSD, it's not only about drugs, it's also about the liquid staking. We can always return here, and we will return back to this liquid staking derivatives a little bit later, because also you can just stake Wynd. When you stake Wynd in the DAO, you will get the voting power, and this is one of the most interesting options at the Wynd DEX. As you can see, I already have voting power. It's 0.3%. I'm really proud of this, and I can click on stake, and you can see I have kind of near to 200 Wynd, 100 Wynd, and here is, I also can choose unbonding period: 30 days, 90 days, 180 days, 365 days, and 730 days. This is 2 years. At first you will get bigger APR, but also you will get bigger voting power. So let's make the test, and let's remember. Now my voting power, it's a kind of 0.32. We need to record this amount, and let's record it here. Yes, let's see what will be if we will stake, for example, 50 for the 30 days stake. Approve. How will change our voting power? And now we can see, we update this page, and we can see that my voting power literally the same. So it was not enough even to change the percentage. But if I will choose 730 days and will choose 50, Wynd, approve, my voting power will be changed on some small amount of the percentage. You will see that it will give 0.0004% for the 50 Wynd. But you can now understand that to stake for the big amount of the time, it much more bigger voting power. So I can manage my 30 days and increase my pointing duration from 30 days to the 90 days. Next, of course, yes. More voting power, more possibilities. I will explain it in the next option. And after I can click on the manage and increase it from 90 days to 180 days. The Wynd DEX with us for the long time. So to bond your tokens even for 2 years, it's not long time. For the speculation projects like Shiba or Pepa, 2 years, it's the life of the project. And for such cool project like Wynd, 2 years, it's just the beginning. So now we can see that we can increase up to 730 days, step by step. So we can see that my voting power became bigger, and also I get rewards in Wynd for the staking. I can always claim my rewards and use my rewards as I want. I can stake it again in the DAO, or I can exchange it on any other crypto, or I can use it in the pool of the liquidity. Why I need this voting power? What give to me voting power? Voting power give me at first possibility to vote for the different proposals in the Wynd DAO. Yes, and we can see Wynd DAO first decentralized video marketing campaign, second approach. We can see all the information, but the voting is already finished. We can see the all information about how many people was voting yes, abstain, no, turnout, all results, all the status. So this is what we call decentralized governance, when a lot of people that are distributed all over the world, and all these people have different voting power. And this is very interesting, because decentralized governance brings us decentralized politics. You can participate in the governance of the DEX, and your voice will be heard, and you can really change something if you want. So to vote for the proposals on the Wynd DEX and govern the DEX with your staked Wynd, this is very interesting, but you even can create your own proposal. So if you want to do something, you can propose everything you want. You can add some actions, you can create pool, execute contract, migrate contract, so on. Create pool, for example. A lot of different possibilities to make this DEX totally controllable by the users. And this is very cool feature of the Wynd DEX, because you really can participate in the decentralized governance. But to govern the DEX, it's not only one possibility with your voting power. Also exist such options like gauges. What is the gauges? You can choose which incentives Wynd will provide to the Wynd DEX for which pools. And it happens every 7 days, and next epoch will start in the 4 days and 16 hours. So you can choose any pool or many different pools, choose the weight of this pool. But in my personal opinion, and as I love post-human validator and as I part of the post-human validator community, of course 100% of my vote go for the pool with Juno and PHMN. So you can choose any other pools, and you can see how people vote for the different pools. 35% vote to provide incentives for pool Wynd USDC, 19.8% vote to provide incentives for Wynd Juno and Juno. So you can vote for the different pools with the different percentage as you want. Choose here pools, choose here percentage, add them, submit vote. Very easy procedure. Not only incentives on the Wynd DEX are regulated by the community. Also, you can choose the list of the liquid staking validators. So when you stake your Juno together with the Wynd DEX, this Juno will be distributed among different validators. And you can vote for the validators. You can choose your validator here, see all the validators of the Juno, choose validators that you want, add the weight. I choose post-human validator, and sorry friends that I choose this only this validator for providing of the liquidity staking, but I really love this validator. As you can see, here is not only a post-human validator, just post-human validator on the first place in the list of the LSD validators at Wynd, and the second place Stakefish, after Cosmos Station, Cosmos Pug, Maiden Block. Very good validators, very nice validators. Some validators have 0 votes, but maybe this validator just don't have the Wynd staked. So if you stake your Wynd in the Wynd DAO, you have the voting power, and you can vote for your favorite validators. And other validators also can buy some Wynd, keep this Wynd, stake this Wynd, get the voting power and vote for themselves. Very cool scheme. So not only voting for the list of the liquid staking validators and incentives, also you can govern the marketing, because now Wynd DAO make a decentralized video marketing campaign, and we will put this video also to this campaign, and you can vote for the different content creators. You can add even your project. If you want to get part of marketing funds that will go directly to the content creators, create some content, add your project, give the all information. We will watch this content, and after we will vote how we think is cool. So for example, let's look on CosmWasm, Wynd DEX, DAO, walking throughout playlist, and we can choose, I think, yes, we copy this link, Ctrl-O, and let's open it, and let's see. Wynd DAO, liquid staking derivatives, maybe. Very nice, very nice. Something also very interesting. So very soon I hope you will see, here is also our video, and you also can vote. You can easily even govern the marketing, and this is very interesting. If you are new to Cosmos, you can click on the new to Cosmos, read a lot of interesting information, but this information not for this video. And from one side, I want to tell you that this is all about Wynd DEX, but it will not be true, because this is not all about Wynd DEX. Wynd DEX have also Wynd Jungle. What is Wynd Jungle? Wynd Jungle, it's a permissionless DEX for your own tokens. What means permissional DEX? It means that everybody can create their own pool on the Jungle Wynd for the 500 Wynd. This is very cheap, but we can create a pool of liquidity on the Wynd DEX. Yes, you can create pool of liquidity on the Wynd DEX, but to create the pool on the Wynd DEX, you need at first go to the vote and create your proposal, and add in actions of your proposal, create pool, and add all the information about token, and so on. And it will take kind of the 1 week, because 7 days people will vote to create this pool, to not create this pool. So because it's governed by the community. And if you don't want to wait for the 7 days and create your pool of liquidity right now, it's very easy. At first, let's find the Jungle Wynd. Jungle Wynd, Jungle Wynd. We can see the direct link. We go to the Twitter of the Wynd DAO, and we can see that Wynd Jungle and jungle.wynddao.com. Very nice. We go to the Wynd Jungle. We can see that it's connected directly to the Kepler, and we can go to the pools, and we can click on the create pool, and we can choose every CV20 token. We can choose Atom, Juno, or any native, and creating a pool requires just 500 Wynd deposit. What is 500 of Wynd deposit? So for now 500, it's a $9 to create your own liquidity pool. Very nice. So we already can see several liquidity pools. It's just start to exist, and if we will go to the dashboard, we will see assets, swap, the same, and the pools, and we can see that for now pools it's a 000 because it's just arrived. So you can be one of the first who will take the place on the Wynd Jungle. So if you're interested in the creating of your own liquidity pool, Wynd Jungle, it's very easy possibility to do it. To understand really strong side of the Wynd DEX, we need to go to their GitHub. You can find the link on the GitHub directly on the web page. You click on the GitHub, and we can see here is all the code, how often it updated. We see that the last update was at the last week. We can see all the information. We can go to the Wynd DAO and see the design and architecture of this DEX. And if you are technical, not economical person, you will understand the Wynd DEX is brilliant. If you economical person, go to the CoinGecko, see that the Wynd already fell down so low that looks like no more risks. And also we can see that Wynd you can trade at Osmosis, connect wallet also. Oh, looks nice. Osmosis at Leap wallet and Cosmos Station as the possibility to connect the wallet. Very nice, very nice. Yes, we can go to the pools, search Wynd, see the liquidity in the pool, really not really big at the Osmosis, but earn swap fee for 0.43%. So if you're an economical person, I can't give you any advice because economic is irrational. And if you think that to build Internet of the blockchains it's really cool, Wynd is very interesting. You can see a lot of interesting mechanics, and this possibility to vote for the distribution of the marketing funds or vote for the incentives for the pools. I think all DEXs need to do the same. I don't understand why I don't have such possibility on other DEXs. And this is not really hard because all the code is open and at the GitHub. Why other projects will not fork it and add themselves? Why they don't give more power to the community? Why they don't want to decentralize all the process? It will be so cool and so interesting. So Wynd DEX, you are the best in the understanding of how the process of decentralized governance needs to be. I don't see any other project with the so high level of the involvement of the community and giving to the community so many easy tools to choose for the distribution of the incentives for the pools and to choose to pay for the marketing. This is brilliant. Of course, you can go to the documentation and read it and so on, but main functionality of the Wynd DEX is in this video, and I really glad that you was watching it and now you understand Wynd better. And now you can participate not only in let's buy and sell, but in the decentralized governance. And this is our future. So friends, enjoy the beautifulness of the technology, support Cosmos ecosystem, use Wynd DEX, and you will get a lot of technical pleasure.